If you don't produce, you won't thrive, no matter how skilled or talented you are. Great creative minds think like artists but work like accountants. Less mental clutter means more mental resources available for deep thinking. If you service low-impact activities, you're taking away time you could be spending on higher-impact activities. It's a zero-sum game. You have a finite amount of willpower that becomes depleted as you use it. Your will, in other words, is not a manifestation of your character that you can deploy without limit. It's instead like a muscle that tires. Efforts to deepen your focus will struggle if you don't simultaneously wean your mind from a dependence on distraction. It is not to generate meaning, but rather to cultivate in himself the skill of discerning the meanings that are already there. If you can't learn, you can't thrive. To simply wait and be bored has become a novel experience in modern life, but from the perspective of concentration training, it's incredibly valuable. What we choose to focus on and what we choose to ignore plays in defining the quality of our life. Who you are, what you think, feel, and do, what you love, is the sum of what you focus on. In this new economy, three groups will have a particular advantage. Those who can work well and creatively with intelligent machines, those who are the best at what they do, and those with access to capital. To remain valuable in our economy, therefore, you must master the art of quickly learning complicated things. Human beings, it seems, are at their best when immersed deeply in something challenging. To build your working life around the experience of flow produced by deep work is a proven path to deep satisfaction. Knowledge workers, I'm arguing, are tending toward increasingly visible busyness because they lack a better way to demonstrate their value. There is a middle ground, and if you're interested in developing a deep work habit, you must fight to get there. A side effect of memory training, in other words, is an improvement in your general ability to concentrate. This ability can then be fruitfully applied to any task demanding deep work. Deep work is necessary to wring every last drop of value out of your current intellectual capacity. Efforts to deepen your focus will struggle if you don't simultaneously wean your mind from a dependence on distraction. Once you've identified these goals, list for each the 2 or 3 most important activities that help you satisfy the goal. These activities should be specific enough to allow you to clearly picture doing them. On the other hand, they should be general enough. The key to developing a deep work habit is to move beyond good intentions and add routines and rituals to your working life designed to minimize the amount of your limited willpower necessary to transition into and maintain a state of unbroken concentration. To do it right, It is the most complicated thing I know how to make, and it's that challenge that drives me. I don't need a sword, but I have to make them. Two core abilities for thriving in the new economy. First, the ability to quickly master hard things. Second, the ability to produce at an elite level in terms of both quality and speed. Three to 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, of uninterrupted and carefully directed concentration, it turns out, can produce a lot of valuable output. Your goal is not to stick to a given schedule at all costs. It's instead to maintain, at all times, a thoughtful say in what you're doing with your time going forward. If you want to win the war for attention, don't try to say no to the trivial distractions you find on the information smorgasbord. Try to say yes to the subject that arouses a terrifying longing, and let the terrifying longing crowd out everything else. As the author Tim Ferriss once wrote, develop the habit of letting small bad things happen. If you don't, you'll never find time for the life-changing big things. The task of a craftsman, they conclude, is not to generate meaning, but rather to cultivate in himself the skill of discerning the meanings that are already there. The key to developing a deep work habit is to move beyond good intentions and add routines and rituals to your working life, designed to minimize the amount of your limited willpower necessary to transition into and maintain a state of unbroken concentration. Depth will become increasingly rare and therefore increasingly valuable. High-quality work produced equals to time spent times intensity of focus. People experiencing attention residue after switching tasks are likely to demonstrate poor performance on that next task. When you work, work hard. When you're done, be done. Once you're wired for distraction, you crave it.